We are back. Some say we're better than ever. My first guest tonight starred in the television series My So-Called Life and such films as Romeo and Juliet and Little Women. She can now be seen in The Hours, which just won Best Picture at the Golden Globe Awards. Please welcome Claire Danes. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
You must still get a lot of people that, like, as much success as you had, that are talking to you about My So-Called Life.
You know, it's never ending. And there have been these posters, or at least around December, there was a solid month of my face plastered on buses passing and things, and it's a little bit confronting because I've evolved, you know. I'm no longer.
I have not evolved. I remember when that show came out, and I was like 35, and I was watching My So-Called Life, and I felt like a creep. I thought the police were going to raid me at any time. I'm just watching this show about teens.
I'm still really proud of the show, and it was a terrific experience. So you know, it's.
But you've done so much.
I'm glad it's resonated as as loud as it has.
You talk about moving on. You just I think finished work on Terminator 3.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I call it T3 because I'm cool.
T3, yeah.
Sometimes people say to me, "Are you going to see Terminator 3?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I don't know. They're like, Terminator. T3.
T3 sounds.
Might check it out.
Solid. It sounds a little bit more menacing.
Is it? I mean, working with Arnold Schwarzenegger. We've had him on the show, and what surprised me, and I shouldn't say that because I'd always heard this, but he seemed like a very funny guy.
Yeah, he's funny. You know, he's as much of a comic as he is an action hero. Sometimes unintentionally, because you know he's such an icon. It's startling to see him sort of behave as a human being, and he would say, "I'm hungry. I want eggs." And to me,
him saying mundane things is really funny.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this is true. I was like a year ago. I went to this place in Mexico with my wife, and it was just after I got married, and we're just hanging out there, and it was this nice little resort, and then we're there having breakfast in the morning, and I see Arnold and his wife and their kids come in, and Arnold's holding the bag full of like kids' toys and stuff like that. And I just think of him as the action hero in the Terminator.
It's startling to see him out of context.
And he was saying things like, "No, stay away from her. Don't hit her. Don't touch that. Look out, I'll get you. No, stop it. Cut it out, you kids." It was really funny to see him do that.
Yeah, he has a gaggle of kids, too. He's a real dad. But no, he was very generous, actually, because my boyfriend's nephew just had his bar mitzvah during the course of the shooting, and I was meant to go, and I couldn't. I had to miss it because I was,
You're working.
Fleeing from, machines that were going to, devastate the world. So I thought, oh, it'd be kind of cool if, like, Arnold did a little tape, to wish him happy birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and congratulations on becoming a man and stuff.
Right.
And he was very cooperative, and he just put together the most awesome bar mitzvah video. It was great.
What kind of thing was he saying on a bar mitzvah video?
Well,
what you want to know? I'm just curious. What's Arnold Schwarzenegger saying on a bar mitzvah video?
Well, you think you've become a man, but it takes a lot more than just turning 13, You have to thank your parents every day, all day long.
To me it sounds really menacing, doesn't it?
No.
This poor kid, it's like, you think you become a man? You haven't become a man! You're not a man yet! Can you imagine this poor kid being traumatized?
In a very encouraging way, actually. But he did this really cool gag where he put his thumb in his mouth and he blew his muscles up. He went, "Let me pump my muscles up." And I can't do it, obviously, because I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I can't do it either.
Imagine,
You probably have more arm muscle than I do. I can't.
Yeah.
So he did that thing and it blew up?
Yeah, it was
I didn't know he was
impressive.
into
I really was amazed by that feat, yeah.
That's a very, I think the term, the T3 set would be a very macho, kind of, there's a lot of explosions.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Were you able to escape from that and have like a little haven at all?
Yes, of course. I would take refuge in my trailer. I had this wonderful makeup artist who was an avid fan of musicals, and so he educated me pretty thoroughly. So, yeah, while I was shooting Terminator, I would retreat to my trailer where I'd watch Sound of Music and, My Fair Lady and things.
And then Arnold would burst in and go, "Who's talking about musicals here?" Was he, does he have a sensitive side like that?
Yeah, no, well, Yeah, he does, surprisingly enough. He would give me a lot of relationship advice. Some of it was, quite unsolicited, but he was concerned because, I'm very connected to my boyfriend. I'm very much in love, and when he travels, he's a musician, so he has to go on tour and things. I get a little bit down, I get a little bit depressed, and he observed this because he's, perceptive. And he said, "Claire, what's wrong, What's going on?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know. And he said, "Oh, is Ben away again?" And I said, "Yeah, he's gone." He said, "You're too codependent." And I said...
He's like Dr. Ruth suddenly,
I'm not codependent. I'm not codependent. He said, "Women are so much more codependent than men." And he would rile me up because he can be a little provocative. He's playful, really. But I realize now, his logic was quite faulty because nobody, one partner can't be more codependent than the other partner.
Right. Yeah,
that's by definition. That's why the co-exists.
He's using the word wrong.
Yes, he is.
I hate Schwarzenegger.
I wanted to know that. I wanted to clarify that here on the record.
He's going to get really mad at you now.
Yeah, no.
He's going to chase you on a motorcycle. I use the word codependent properly. While you're shooting
lovely.
him.
I really got along so well with him. I'm a big fan.
Now, you mentioned your boyfriend, who I've met, Ben. Seems like a very cool guy.
He's a very cool man.
He's
a lovely
from
person.
Australia.
Yeah.
I'm just curious because whenever I meet Australians, they'll always very polite, very great. They're just terrific people.
Very warm.
But they have all this slang and
Yeah.
I know like shrimp on the barbie and all that kind of stuff. But every now and you kind of you've learned some of those things. But every now and then they'll say something and I'm like, what the hell is that? Like they're intentionally making up words in Australia just
to persecute you.
To persecute me because it's all about me in the end.
Yeah, it is. Well, actually, Australians don't say shrimp; they say prawns. So I don't know where Americans got that from. But anyway,
we got it from Paul Hogan. He told us it was shrimp on the barbie.
He's misleading
and I trusted him.
He's misleading you.
He's like Czechoslovakian. He's not even from Australia. He was the one. That's where we learned shrimp on the Barbie.
I know. He's the Australian ambassador, it seems. But no, they abbreviate everything. That's that might help you a lot. Afternoon becomes avo, or breakfast becomes brekkie. So
that's just dumb. You can just say, "I want some breakfast." No, you can't, mate.
No,
brekkie. Have some brekkie on the Barbie with the dom-dom.
But you can have the brekkie and the avo,
Brekkie and the avo.
You can mix it up.
Brekkie and the avo. Chitty bang bang.
But
it's becoming. Now I'm turning Cockney. I always go to Cockney. Whenever I try and do a dialect, it always ends up with like, "I'll sweep your chimney, I will. I'm chitty bang bang, I will, governor.
We do that very
I'll pick your pocket for you, governor." I always make the tooth fall out at the end because they're from Britain. I shouldn't do that. That's bad.
But there's some very crude expressions, which I'm actually very fond of. My favorite being, okay, this is what they refer to. This is what they call, woman, the female secret place. They call it the Mapatazzi. Because
that's what they refer to as a woman's private area.
Yes, yeah, Mapatazzi. Mapatazzi, yeah. Because there's an island just off the coast of Australia, the southern coast, that's in the shape of a triangle, Tasmania. So they go, let's see a Mapatazzi, love, or show us your pink
Who's saying let's see your Mapatazzi, love? Was that one of my producers in the hallway? Let's see a Mapatazzi, love.
G'day, let's see Mapatazzi.
That's so crazily creative.
It is.
I want to go to that island now.
Yeah.
Spend the rest of my life there. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm down.
You're down.
I'm down with the Aussie lingo.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about The Hours. It got a Golden Globe Award.
I know it did.
On Sunday,
news.
which is amazing. People love this movie. You were not at the Golden Globes to be there for that big moment.
No, I was doing a reshoot for The Almighty Terminator. Yeah, they flew me all the way back to LA. They called the entire crew back so that I could say, "Eat me." That was my one line. Those are the two words I had to deliver.
I'm definitely seeing this movie.
Great poetry. Great poetry.
I'm going to see it. Now, you play Meryl Streep's daughter in this movie. Is that right? We have a clip here from The Hours. Anything we need to know to help people if they haven't seen the movie?
Oh, gosh. Well, everybody in this film, is unraveling a little bit. it follows the lives of three women who are all in a period of crisis. And so my mother, played by Meryl Streep, is wrestling with these very intense, volatile feelings, and I'm trying to listen and show a little bit of compassion.
Show some support. Okay,
Yeah.
let's take a look at this
Yeah.
clip from The Hours.
You've been crying. What's happening? All it is, I looked around this room and I thought, I'm giving a party. All I want to do is give a party.
And?
I know why he does it. He does it deliberately.
Oh, is this Richard?
Of course. He did it this morning. He gives me that look.
What look?
To say, your life is trivial.
That's not bad. You working with Meryl Streep. That is so cool.
Yeah, she's wonderful. She's the absolute best.
The Hours is in theaters now, and I think
Yeah.
after the Golden Globe, anyone who hasn't seen
It's
it's going to run out.
terrific. Go see it. Go see it.
you-
Again, if you haven't.
See it
already.
9 times,
Yes.
and then a 10th. Thanks so much for
Thank
being
you
here.
for
Always great to have
having
you.
me.
Claire Danes, everybody. We'll be right back. Simon Cowell is coming up. Stick around.